So recently I was thinking about something. There's a message I heard very many years ago that was titled "What Makes for Your Peace?" And it keeps coming back to me, and I'll explain what that means. What makes for your peace is what gives you joy, what gives you stability, what gives you security. It's what makes you grounded, right? And for many of us, what makes for our peace is external factors. Do I have enough money in the bank? Do I have a good job? Does my spouse or my significant other appreciate me? Do people like me and all that? The reason this thought came back is recently I was reflecting and I was in a space of I was in a tizzy really. I wasn't happy. My life wasn't making sense. Often it doesn't. And I was really worked up. Oh, I was worked up. My mind was blowing. And I clearly had the question in my spirit, what makes for your peace? In that space, the thing that was bugging me the most is the men in my life. I thought each of them could have showed up better, longer, stronger, tougher, more present, more connected. And when I had that question in my spirit, I began to ask myself, what really makes for my peace? What is my undergirding pillar? What is my foundation? And it was interesting for me to realize that what makes for my peace is relationships. I don't want you too much in my space, okay? So don't be in my face all the time, but be around. And I know that sounds like an oxymoron, but here's how it is. I like to have 4 or 5 people who I can count on, my ride or die guys. But then what I realized is in the process of building relationships, God has allowed me to do several things. He's allowed me to cluster people. So I have my pillars, my ride or dies, who know I've read the riot act, they've read the riot act. We've agreed what it means to be friends. It means that as often as I can, at the drop of the hat, you call, I'll be there. If you call me and I don't pick, you won't doubt that I'm ignoring you. You know that I'll call back. If we have a project we're working on, fully invested, right? We're open, we're honest, but you don't have more than 10 ride or dies. Mine are like 5. So I have ride or die. I call them my pillars. And then I have family. Now, family for me is not biology. Those of you who know me, I say it all the time. Family is not biology. There are people in your family circle who you cannot stand. You won't mistreat them. But family for me, my definition of family is the people who God has spoken to about me. They have sought the face of God about me. They understand my assignment. And they're willing to put in the work to hold me to account. And I have done the same about them, and we're walking a consistent journey. We will not integrate every day. We may not always be together, but we're on the same journey. We hold each other account. And then there's acquaintances. The people I know, you're not family. We are social, we are friends. So you're an acquaintance. And those are many. And then there's the watus, the rest of the world. Rekegwere, I don't have to be close to everybody. And that for me was the freedom, because I was feeling the burden of engaging absolutely intensely with everybody. Now, I also find that there are those people who God will bring to me in a mentorship relationship. So they're mentees, I have mentors, I have coaches. Those are not they fall in a different category. And the reason why it's important to catalog people like that is so that you know what to expect from every cluster. My ride or dies, tunajuana, we know how we function. So that if I share something with my ride or dies, I know it's safe, I know they'll respond, I know they'll step in and all that. Family will show up, okay? If people are acquaintances or watus, whether they show up or not, I will not catch feelings. Now, please understand, you don't have to tell people where they fit. But when I did that level of cataloging, What it did for me, it gave me a stable foundation, and it helps me deal with what makes for my peace. Because in the instance where somebody is not stepping up, then I can step them down. We need to understand the thing that undergirds our lives. What is the thing that makes for your peace? And before you say, mine is work, take it to God and ask Him whether it needs to be work. You need to ask God about it. Why do you need to ask God about it? He's the author and the perfecter of our faith. He knows exactly where we should be walking. He has established the plans and the patterns that are available for us. He has connected us to everything we need for life and godliness through the knowledge of Him who has called us. He has established a word. He has spoken a word over us that will not return to Him void, but will accomplish everything it was set out to do. But if you're in your own tangent, you're not going to know when it is the Lord on track. So what makes for your peace is the question I'll ask you. Is it family? Is it money? Is it work? Is it relationship? Is it, I don't know, access to different things? Is it children? Is it marriage? The one thing I realized is that I cannot define my life by anything other than what God defines it by. So that means that there will be things I have to let go of. I'm still letting go of some stuff in my relationship sectors. I'm learning so much, and I'll be sharing some of the lessons I've learned through friendships and relationships of late. What makes for your peace? Identify it. Identify it.